Metro Brands is in focus today, and this is on the back of the company announcing an exclusive partnership with Clarks, which is a British brand. And to take this conversation further, we're joined by Nissan Joseph, CEO of Metro Brands, who's joining us now. Always a pleasure speaking with you, Mr. Joseph. Just wanted to get a sense as to, how entire FY25 was a good year for you in terms of partnership, and yet another partnership on the cards. Just trying to understand as to what this partnership means for Metro Brands.
I'm sorry, I think you are speaking to me, but I can't hear the audio, so you might want to just take a break and fix that.
All right, we'll do that for you. I'll ask the technical team to fix that. But till then, just to give viewers a brief perspective as to what is happening exactly. So Metro Brands has announced an exclusive partnership with Clarks, and in terms of what this means for the company, it's a strategic move to transform comfort footwear segment. The company is appointed as an exclusive retail as well as online partner for Clarks in India, and this is after Reliance in fact ended partnership with Clark. The company has exclusive right to sell both in terms of online as well as offline sales, and this will tie up their entire digital as well as offline brand. I think we have Mr. Joseph back with us on the channel. Mr. Joseph, I was just trying to understand from you as to what this partnership with Clarks mean for Metro Brands exactly.
Yeah, I think anytime we look at a strategic brand to add to our portfolio, it has to do a couple of things. One is it needs to be able to play in our Metro Mochi stores. And we've had a long history with Clarks in our Metro Mochi stores in the past, and it has done very well for us. So we were quite excited at this opportunity because of that one foundational reason. The other thing the brand must be able to do is have its own exclusive brand store, so we create some critical velocity with it. And the third thing, as India is evolving, it's important to have that omni-channel play. So having all three of those channels of distribution, channels of sale is very important to us, and we think it's a great strategic fit for us.
Got that point. Just want to get a sense also on the fact that, you also onboarded Fila as well in the last 1 odd year. Plus Foot Locker was also onboarded. Just wanted to get a sense that now that these partnerships are reaching at the level where they've started to contribute significantly to the company's revenue. FY26 perspective, what percentage of your total revenue do you think will come from Fila, Foot Locker, as well as Clarks?
Well, I think all those three brands are still very much in the embryonic stage, right? So to say that they would cross even a double-digit % in the first year of operating is probably a good number that you could cross. But what's more important about these three brands is the future, right? So as India's footwear needs are evolving, and they're quite diverse, as you know it. What we feel is these kind of brands, these kind of retail positions allow us to capture that market as India grows.
And in terms of your margins, margins as a picture, FY26, how will this, and the entire partnership playing out impact your margins? Will that have a short-term impact because of the entire implementation going ahead, or will you see margins picking up by the end of FY26?
Well, we don't expect Clarks to be in any way dilutive to our margins for two reasons. One is we have a healthy margin mix with Clarks, and number two, it's still a small part of our business. So even though we will be investing in getting the brand up and running in India, it's not going to be a significant piece or a significant dent to the overall margins. We've always guided our margins, EBITDA margins, to be in the 30% range, and we're confident that this will only add to it as we go forward.
How do you expect this to operate? Will there be separate stores for this, or will this be a part of your Metro Brand stores as a whole? And in terms of the overall sales, how are you expecting the divide to be in terms of your offline as well as online sales? Because it's an exclusive partner for both online as well as offline sales.
Right. Well, I think the answer to is it a Metro store, is it a Metro Mochi store brand, or is it a standalone brand? The answer is yes, because we do plan on playing the brand both ways. We want to have exclusive brand stores open up in the country, and we definitely intend to continue the strong sales we had with Clarks in the past in our Metro Mochi stores. And third, but definitely not the least, is our e-commerce business. We, like all our rest of our business, we don't see any reason why this shouldn't be able to achieve its own 10% of our total revenues when it comes to the digital channels.
specific number in mind for your exclusive brand outlets for Clark specifically?
I think when you look at brands like Clark's and Foot Locker and FitFlop, I think in a course of a runway of time, they have opportunities to go from anywhere from 50 to 100 doors, depending on, the specific brand. But, we also believe in the long-term future of India, the premiumization of the category, the comfort seeker that's looking for comfort in quality premium products. And we think Clark's hits those and resonates really well with that consumer that already shops with us and is looking for that.
All right. And in terms of the Foot Locker, when I was going through your con call transcript, it did mention that there were supply chain concerns and, of course, the delay of, in fact, the BIS implementation as a whole was an overhang on the entire store edition part. Do you think this will also have some impact on opening stores for Clarks, or no, supply chain won't be a concern here?
Yeah, I think one of the reasons that we are excited about this partnership, one of the many reasons we're excited about this partnership, is that Clark's has been able to effectively overcome the BIS constraints that were in place. They've moved a lot of their production to India. They also have production in BIS approved factories. So there's a lot of things going in the favor. So we don't see BIS as being a significant factor as we continue to launch and roll out the brand in India.
All right, understood. One last question, Mr. Joseph, before I let you go, just want to get a sense, if not a near-term target, let's say 3 to 4 years down the line, just want to get a sense as to what is your vision with respect to the partnerships that you've entered in the past 1.5 years, Foot Locker, Fila, as well as Clark's very recently. How do you think these brands, will play out in the next 3 to 4 odd years, and what contribution to the overall revenue will they be at?
Yeah, I think when you look at where the Indian consumer is going, they're evolving. They are getting more athletic. At the same time, they also seek premium comfort. I think the brands that you mentioned just recently there resonate with those kind of consumers, which is where India is going to see most of its growth come in the future. I think if you lump our entire strategic outside brand portfolio in the company, it comes to about 30%. I'm talking about the entire brand portfolio, right? So, and sometimes what you see through a journey of 5 years is some brands go up, some brands go down. We think that's a mix we'll continue to keep somewhere in the 30% range as an overall business. So, and that's not going to dramatically change as we look to the 5-year period. What's more important is, we don't see Clark's as in any way being dilutive to our existing metrics that we run. So that's the exciting part about Clark's.
Mr. Joseph, thank you so much for giving us all those insights, and all the best for future. In fact, all three brands, all the best for seeing these brands flourish under your leadership.
Great. Thanks very much.